Your all-access pass to nonstop sports talk and live play-by-play coverage.
You guys are the number one sports station because you make the phones light up.
Mike Will back here at the State High School Softball Championships. There's Kylie Widener coming to the plate here for St. Cecilia. She knocks one of the shortstop. Is going to be mishandled down there by the Falcons. So Widener is going to get aboard here. Avery Kissinger will bat second here for St. Cecilia. She'll be the second baseman today. Sydney Head, the shortstop, batting third. Madison Bauer, the third baseman, batting fourth. Audrey Rosso, the pitcher, batting fifth. It'll be Savage in the number 5 spot. There's a throw down to second base as Widener tried to steal, and she's got stealing. Nice throw there by the catcher for Freeman. Widener is retired to the plate. She is caught stealing down there at second base. Back in the number 6 spot for St. Cecilia is going to be Joanna Salvage. Paisley Magner is batting in the number 7 spot, the catcher. It'll be Taden Hawkinson, the DP, batting 8th. Emerson Kissinger, the first baseman, batting in the number 9 hole here this afternoon. Again, the Hawkettes 25-6 on the season. They are the number 1 seed here in the state tournament field in Class C for 2025. Avery Kissinger at the plate. To count to her, no balls and 2 strikes. Leonard's the pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 1-2 is the count. Sydney Leonard's again the pitcher for the Freeman Falcons. Leonard's with a team high 3.72 earned run average. And Freeman knocking out Fort Calhoun in a couple of ball games in the district championship game. 23-12 on the season. Hastings St. Cecilia coming in at 25-6. Hawkettes have lost to Central City, to DC West, Omaha Scots, to Beatrice, Columbus Lakeview, and Guardian Angels Central Catholic during their 2025 season. Avery Kissinger is at the plate here for Hastings St. Cecilia, playing at second base today for the Hawkettes. Batting average on the year is sitting at .370. Check swing foul here as it goes to the first base side. So Kissinger sitting at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, we come over to this field number 1 here today, which is the main field here at the Smith Complex. We also get the sun. Right in our eyes for a while here. Late afternoon in Hastings. Here comes the next pitch by Leonard. That's going to be inside for a ball. And they count 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Hastings High, they lose in their last ball game. We had to make quick work of the post-game show, but Hastings High loses to Beatrice at 12-5. Hastings will play again tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock in the elimination ball game. High fly ball is going to stay here in the infield. Who's got it? First baseman comes over and makes the grab on the ball. So Avery Kissinger flies out to first base. There's 2 outs now for St. Cecilia here in this first inning of play. Sydney Head, the shortstop, is coming up there next. Head with a batting average of .449 on the season. He's got 39 base hits and 79 trips to the plate, 26 runs scored for Sydney Head. Number 3 in the batting order here for the Hawkettes. Pitch is going to be outside for a ball. Matt Rosso, the head coach for Hastings St. Cecilia, taking over this year. Here comes the next pitch. It's going to be fouled down the first base side. Slices foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. If St. Cecilia wins this game today, they will play later on tonight. If they lose, they'll drop into the elimination ball game tomorrow morning. Again, we'll cover all the St. Cecilia and Hastings High games all the way to the finish here for the 2025 season. Hopefully get a team to play for the state title. State championship game is going to be played on Monday down at Bolin Stadium in Omaha. Here comes the next pitch. It's going to be popped up. It's going to stay here in the infield. Second baseman will grab the ball. And the Hawkettes, you don't see that very often. Hawkettes, they go down in order here in inning number 1. St. Cecilia, they score no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the second inning with a score: Freeman nothing, Hastings St. Cecilia nothing. You're listening to the State High School Softball Tournament on Extreme Sports.
If you experience heating problems this winter, call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a locally owned family business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
Bored of the same old sports coverage? Get on the cutting edge of sports with Extreme Sports.
That ball hammers deep toward left into the well. That ball is gone.
The biggest plays, breaking news, and we can't forget the best sports talk.
Let's be great. Let's be great.
We are Extreme Sports.
All right, back here at the State High School Softball Championships at the Smith Complex. There's a ball hit to the left side. That's going to get through there for a base hit. Talon Lang here for Freeman, the shortstop. Bangs that one between the third baseman and the shortstop here for the Hawkettes. Lang gets the base hit here for Freeman. And now the Falcons have a base runner in the second inning of play. Leighton Looters is going to come up there next. Looters is the left fielder today. Looters with a batting average at .353 on the season. She's got 30 base hits, 85 trips to the plate, 26 runs scored. So Freeman has got a base runner here in the second inning of play. Audrey Rosso again is the
sportsmanship are essential for high school athletics.
Is the pitcher here for Hastings St. Cecilia. Rosso fires going to the plate. There's a bunt laid down. Rosso grabs the ball. Quick throw over to first base is going to be in time. The sacrifice is going to work. Lang quickly back into the bag down there at second base. So Looters is retired to the play from pitcher to first. And now coming up there next is going to be Nevada Niles. She's going to come to the plate. She's a .378 hitter on the season. So Niles, the first baseman, will come up there next for the Freeman Falcons. So the Class C games are just now getting underway. You've got St. Cecilia here against Freeman. Centura is playing Utah Meade. Kearney Catholic has got a game with Central City. NEN is playing Bishop Newman. Those are the first round games in Class C. Just getting started. Yeah, I know they were scheduled for 2 o'clock, but it's been a mess here today for the opening day of the State High School Softball Championship. So they rain delay the length of the Class A games earlier today. Put us behind schedule, and we're behind schedule by about 3.5 hours. So the late games tonight, which we could be playing in, could be a late one here tonight. So Niles is at the plate here for Freeman. The Falcons have a base runner on at second base. And the pitch to the plate here is going to be outside and down low. Through a ball. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Niles. Jaden Griffith, the catcher, would be up there next. Courtney Holliday would follow her in the number 9 spot. She is the second baseman. Audrey Rosso is the pitcher here for Hastings St. Cecilia. High fly ball, shallow center field, drifting back, and it's going to be caught there by the right fielder for St. Cecilia. That's going to be a salvage as he comes in and makes the grab on the shallow fly ball off of the bat of Niles. So Niles flies out to right field. Now there's 2 outs here in the inning. And coming up there next is going to be a Jaden Griffith, the catcher. So Griffith so far this year, she's got a batting average of .380, 30 base hits and 79 trips to the plate. She has not scored any runs so far this year. For Freeman, the pitch here by Rosso is going to be in there for a strike on the inside corner. And the count, no balls and 1 strike. Again, Hastings High losing earlier today to Beatrice in the ball game we had just a little while ago. Beatrice hitting 4 home runs and beating Hastings High by a score of 12-5. That was the 22nd win in a row for Beatrice. So we'll play in the winners bracket game later on tonight in Class B. Hastings High, they'll play in the elimination ball game tomorrow morning at 9 here at the Smith Complex. We'll have the game for you here on Extreme Sports. No balls and 2 strikes to Jaden Griffith here in this second inning. There's a ball hit on the ground, out to head at shortstop. Charges, quickly throws it over to first base. That's going to be in time, and Griffith is retired to the plate. Good job there by the shortstop in Sydney Head, charging in, grabbing the ball cleanly and getting over to first base to record the out. So Freeman, they put a base runner on the pads on the single by Lang to lead things off, but no runs, a base hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the second inning. The score, St. Cecilia nothing, Freeman nothing. You're listening to the state softball tournament on Extreme Sports.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student athletes.
5 Points Bank has been proudly serving the Tri-City area for decades, and we are continuously finding ways to make your banking experience easy and enjoyable. We offer the best of both worlds with kind and welcoming employees in the bank while creating a strong online presence to accommodate your busy lifestyle. Our innovative technology adds layers of security while being easily accessible to all age groups. Stop into the Better Bank to learn more today.
Keep it here on Extreme Sports.
Hits it to right field. Brennan is back. He's at the wall, and we are tied.
Your all-access pass to nonstop sports talk and live play-by-play coverage.
You guys are the #1 sports station because you make the phones light up.
All right, we move to the Hastings St. Cecilia half of the second inning. No score between the Hawkettes and the Falcons. Battle of the Birds here tonight in the first round of the Class C State High School Softball Championships. Madison Bauer is the girl at the plate down for St. Cecilia. Bauer is playing at third base for the Hawkettes here today. Bauer with a batting average of .413 on the season. 33 base hits, 80 trips to the plate, 19 runs scored for Madison Bauer. Runner's pitch is going to be outside for a ball, and Bauer is going to get a base on balls here. So St. Cecilia gets their first base runner of the ball game. A walk here in the second inning. Audrey Rosso is going to come up there next for the Hawkettes.
Farmers Mutual of Nebraska is now FMNE.
79 degrees here at game time for our second ball game today. Partly cloudy skies. Winds are blowing out of the south at about 15 miles per hour. So on this field, a stiff breeze blowing in on the hitters here at the Smith Complex. Bauer is your base runner down there at first base. Audrey Rosso is at the plate here for St. Cecilia. Rosso, a batting average of .315 on the season. She's got 25 base hits and 73 trips to the plate. She has scored 5 runs so far this year for the Hawkettes. The #1 seed in the Class C, looking to win their first state title here in 2025.
The Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association.
Pitch is going to be up high for a ball here. It's down 3 balls and no strikes. So St. Cecilia went down in order in the first inning. Now Sydney Lenners has walked the leadoff batter here in the second. She's fallen behind the second hitter here in Audrey Rosso. Johanna Selvage would be next here for Hastings St. Cecilia. Hawkettes again winning over Highway 91 in the district tournament last week, 10-2. Then they beat Chadron 8-4 and 8-5 to claim the title. Here comes the next pitch to Rosso. That's going to be in there for a strike on the outside corner. Rosso looking at a count of 3 balls and 1 strike. St. Cecilia, and they're all blues here today. Blue pants and their blue tops, their white lettering. Freeman is in their white bottoms and kind of their North Carolina colored blue tops. Next pitch is going to be down low for a ball, so the second consecutive walk given up here by Lenners, a pitcher for Freeman. Now runners are on at first and second base. And Joanna Salvage is going to come to the plate next. I think we're going to have a courtesy runner come out and run now over at first base for the pitcher. That's going to be the case. Ella Masalik is going to come to the bag at first base, and she'll run for the pitcher. So now St. Cecilia threatening here in the second inning. Runners are on at first and second base. There's nobody out. Salvage is going to come to the plate here for St. Cecilia. One of the freshmen on this team. Salvage is playing out in right field today. Batting average at .440 on the season for Salvage. She got 22 base hits and 50 trips to the plate. She has scored 18 runs. Now the head coach for Freeman, and Ashley Schlake, has come out to have a word with her pitcher in Lenners. As Salvage will get ready to come to the plate here for St. Cecilia. She'll bat here from the right-hand side. And earlier today, it was Beatrice beating Hastings High, the score of 12-5. Tigers will play Waverly tomorrow morning in the elimination ball game. That's the team who beat Hastings High for the district title last week. Ball hit the short, fielded there, and no place to go. For the shortstop, that was hit right by the outstretched glove of the pitcher, Sydney Lenners, picked up by Taylon Lang at shortstop, but had no place to go. Salvage is going to get aboard here with an infield single. And now St. Cecilia has got the bases loaded here in the second inning of play. Salvage will be on at first base. They're going to have Mostalik on at second base. Bauer is on at third base. Nobody out here for the Hawkettes in the second inning. Paisley Magner is now going to come to the plate next for St. Cecilia. She's the catcher. Magner's with a .308 batting average on the season. 16 out of 52 from the plate. And 1 run scored. Magner's trying to give St. Cecilia the advantage here with a base hit. Runners are juiced for the Hawkettes here in this second inning of play.
Knotted up at 1-1. That's in the bottom of the fourth.
Just underway here. We're in the second inning of play. St. Cecilia and Freeman, first round of the Class C state tournament. Next pitch is going to be inside for a ball, and it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1. St. Cecilia trying to grab the lead here in this second inning. The bases are loaded with nobody out. Magner's at the plate. There's a pitch. He had a notion to go around. Keeps it on the shoulder, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Three and 1 is the count here to the number 7 hitter in the batting order, and Paisley Magner's next pitch is going to be fouled away down the first base side. Out of play. Magner's now looking at a full count, 3-2. Tatum Hawkinson would be next here for St. Cecilia. Magner's up there right now, the number 7 hitter in the batting order. Here's the next pitch by Leonard. It's hit back up through the middle. It's going to be a base hit into center field. 1 run scores. Here comes the second one to the plate. She is there, and the Hawkettes grab a 2-0 lead. Paisley Magner gets a 2-run single here in this first inning. Bauer comes in to score, and Mostalik comes in to score for St. Cecilia. So it's 2-0. Hawkins have the lead. Salvage is going to move to a second base on the play. Magners is on at first base, and now a courtesy runner for her is going to be Jordan Luther. Luther is on the base pads now at first base for your catcher in Paisley Magners, and Tatum Hawkinson is going to come to the plate next. So Tatum Hawkinson coming to the plate here. She's got a batting average of .308 on the season. She's got 20 base hits and 65 trips to the plate. 23 runs scored for Tatum Hawkinson. Down here in the number 8 spot in the batting order, St. Cecilia with runners on first and second base. There's still nobody out here in the inning. And the pitch to Hawkinson is going to be up high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes here. In the Class C, opening round games are underway now. These are the games that were originally scheduled to be played at 2 this afternoon, but in a weather and lightning delay all day long today, chasing a time all day long today. So we're just in the second inning here of this Class C opening round game between Hastings St. Cecilia and the Freeman Falcons. Hawkinson is at the plate here. She fouls away the pitch here, back to the backstop. And they count 1 ball, 2 strikes. No score between Bishop Newman and NEN earlier in their ball game. UTAN Meade with a quick 2-1 lead over Centura. Kearney Catholic is out on top of Central City. Here in the Class C, the score is 7-3. Next pitch here by Leonard is going to be up high for a ball, up around the eyeballs on Hawkinson, and they count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, all the games here in Hastings through Friday. Then we'll head and play the championship games on Monday at Bowlin Stadium in Omaha. Next pitch to Hawkinson is going to be upstairs for a ball. And they count down 3 balls and 2 strikes. So 3-2 is the count here to the designated player for St. Cecilia, Tatum Hawkinson. Where's number 4 in that blue uniform? There's a pitch that's going to be popped up out toward right field. Going to be grabbed out there in right. Runner is going to tag from second to third. She is in there safely. So Hawkinson is going to fly out to right field. That's going to be the first out. Salvage is to move from second to third in the play. Luther is going to stay over at first base. So St. Cecilia now with runners on at first and third. 1 out, 2 runs in here in the second inning. Emerson Kissinger is going to come to the plate next. Kissinger is playing at first base today for St. Cecilia. .295 batting average on the season. 18 base hits, 61 trips to the plate, 12 runs scored. So Kissinger down here in the number 9 hole for head coach Matt Rosso. Here in this opening round game of the Class C state tournament. Pitch to the plate is going to be in there for a strike on the inside corner, and Kissinger falls behind, and no balls and 1 strike. You're listening to the state softball tournament here today on Extreme Sports. Hastings High losing in our first ball game to Beatrice by the score of 12-5. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Hastings High is through today. They'll play their first game tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. here at the Smith Complex. Hastings St. Cecilia, if they win here, they will play another game later on tonight. Here's a ball. It's going to be popped up behind the plate here, and it gets out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That late night game was supposed to start at 7. Might be closer to 9 o'clock tonight before we get to that game in. So if St. Cecilia wins this game, grab your coffee because we'll have a late night game for you. But we'll have it for you on Extreme Sports later on tonight, depending on what time that's going to happen. We'll bring it to you. Here comes the next pitch from Leonard. That baby's going to be fouled away. One and two the count. Maybe you should have thrown in the jammies for tonight. Spent tonight. Could be a long one. And a bright and early start tomorrow. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Emerson Kissinger, the first baseman here for St. Cecilia. Next pitch by Leonard is going to be fouled away. So Kissinger hanging tough in there with 2 strikes. Protecting the plate here. St. Cecilia again 25-6 on the season. Freeman coming in with a record of 23 wins, 12 losses. St. Cecilia the number 1 seed. Freeman the number 8 seed here in the state tournament field. There's a ball hit out to shallow center field, coming on and making the catch. And now they double up the runner at third base as well. The Paisley Magners, that was Luther going from first to second. They double her up at second base on the play, so a double play turned in there by Freeman to get out of the inning, but some damage done here. They scored 2 runs. 2 runs on a couple of base hits. No errors and a runner left on base. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. The score now, St. Cecilia 2 and Freeman nothing. You're listening to the state tournament on Extreme Sports.
5 Points Bank has been proudly serving the Tri-City area for decades, and we are continuously finding ways to make your baking experience easy and enjoyable. We offer the best of both worlds with kind and welcoming employees in the bank while creating a strong online presence to accommodate your busy lifestyle. Our innovative technology adds layers of security while being easily accessible to all age groups. Stop into the Better Bank to learn more today.
Keep it here on Extreme Sports.
Hits it to right field. Brennan is back. He's at the wall, and we are tied.
Your all-access pass to nonstop sports talk and live play-by-play coverage.
You guys are the number 1 sports station because you make the phones light up.
Career and
All right, we're back here at the state tournament. Freeman batting here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Freeman batting in the top half of the 3rd inning. That was Courtney Holiday flying out to center field in the first pitch that CC's from Andre Rosso. So Holiday flies out to center. There's 1 out now for Freeman here in the 3rd inning of play. Hunter Hayner is going to come up there next for Freeman. Hunter Hayner, a junior, designated player here in this ball game. 387 batting average on the season. 36 base hits, 93 trips to the plate, 21 runs scored. So Hunter Hayner comes up there, nobody on in the 3rd inning. St. Cecilia now with the lead over Freeman. The score is 2-0. There's a pitch that's going to be in there for a strike, and Hayner balls behind it, no balls and 2 strikes. She grounded out to shortstop. Her first time up there to begin the ball game for Freeman. Andre Rosso is the pitcher here for Hastings St. Cecilia, and the pitch is going to be inside for a ball. 1-2 is the count. You're the winners in the Class A opening round games today. Millard North, Papillion La Vista, Lincoln Southwest, and Omaha Westside. Grand Island Northwest, Blair, Omaha Scott, and Beatrice win opening round games in Class B. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Poke to shortstop, head over to first base. The throw is to the outfield side of first base, but keeping her foot on the bag over there. A great job by the Hawkettes. Emerson Kissinger keeps her foot on the bag, grabs the ball from head, who was a little off of the mark there, but Emerson Kissinger keeps her foot on the bag to record the outs. So Hayner is retired to the play from short to first. And now the other 2 umpires will get together here. Make sure the call is right down there at first base. That's going to be the case. Kissinger keeps her foot on the bag. Throw again was to the outfield side of first base by Sydney Head. But Kissinger records the out, keeping her foot on the bag. That's his second out. Kylie Bowe is coming up there next for Freeman. She grounded out to shortstop her first time up there. So Bowe comes up there, number 2 in the batting order. Rosso attacks her. There's a ball hit to third base, fielded there. The throw across the diamond is going to be in time. And Freeman goes down in order there as Bowe hits one to Madison Bauer at third base. Freeman, they score no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the third inning when the score is St. Cecilia 2, Freeman nothing. You're listening to the state tournament on Extreme Sports.
When it comes to helping you protect what's important to you, you can trust the licensed independent insurance agents at Klein Insurance of Hastings. No matter what type of insurance you need, from auto to home to farm and crop, Klein Insurance will get it covered. They'll help you find the right policy for your specific situation. Klein Insurance has been in business since 1959 and is locally owned. Same-day quotes are available. At Klein Insurance, you'll get years of expertise, attention to detail, and exceptional customer service. Klein Insurance, 710 South Burlington in Hastings. Call 402-463-1256.
Extreme Sports, the ultimate destination for sports enthusiasts.
This is the greatest record in the history of sports.
Broadcasting live 24/7.
Just have some fun out here, and enjoy the journey of all this. We're trying to get 16 wins and going after a gold trophy.
We give the people what they want.
And I am a huge sports fan. I love sports.
College.
All right, we're back here at the Smith Complex in Hastings, heading to the bottom of the third inning. Kyler Widener will lead things off with the Hawkettes. St. Cecilia with the lead here in this ball game. The score is 2-0. Widener, she reached on an error her first time up there in the first inning, then was caught trying to steal second base. So Widener 0 for 1 in this ball game. She bats here from the left-hand side. Pitch to her is going to be in there for a strike. Widener, 474 batting average on the season, 46 base hits, 97 trips to the plate, 40 runs scored for Kyler Widener for St. Cecilia. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Widener as the next pitch going to be up around the eyeballs outside the strike zone. 2-1 is the count. Don't forget, later on tonight on Extreme Sports 2, we've got college volleyball. Hastings taking on Concordia tonight. 7:30 for the first pitch, rather for the first serve. 7:15 for the pregame on Extreme Sports 2. There's Widener hitting the ball right to first base. They step on the bag, and Widener an easy out here as she grounds out to the first baseman for Freeman. That's going to be Niles who stumps on the bag. Avery Kissinger coming up there next. Kissinger, she flew out to first base her last time up there in the first inning. Avery Kissinger, a batting average of .370 on the season. You got to take a pitch here for a ball. 1-0 the count. So Concordia and Hastings in volleyball tonight at 7:30 on Extreme Sports 2. Our pregame begins at about 7:15 with Tyson Evronic. Next pitch inside, down low, 2-0 is the count. Our high school softball coverage will continue tomorrow, 9 a.m. Hastings High and Waverly in the elimination ball game. Here comes the next pitch to the plate. That's going to be up high on Kissinger. 3-0 is the count. If St. Cecilia wins this game, we'll play again later on tonight, possibly as late as 9 o'clock if we continue on our current trend here on the day number 1 of the state tournament. Next pitch outside, so on 4 pitches, Avery Kissinger is going to walk. She becomes a base runner down there at first base. That is going to be the second walk of the ball game, given up by the pitcher for Freeman and Sydney Lenners. Coming up there next for St. Cecilia will be Sydney Head. Head is the shortstop. She popped one to the second baseman her first time up there. She hits that ball shallow right field coming on and unable to make the catch. It falls to the turf. Sydney Head is going to get a bloop single to right field. Right fielder came on for the Falcons. Could not make the catch. That's Savannah Mahler who's out there. Couldn't make the catch out in right field, so it falls to the turf. Now Madison Bauer is going to come to the plate next for the Hawkettes. Bauer reached on a walk back there in the second inning of play. Came around to score one of the 2 runs. So Madison Bauer with a .413 batting average will come to the plate here for the Hawkettes. The pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Leonard's has the top ERA on the staff at 3.72. Taylon Lang also has thrown a lot of innings for Freeman this year. 4.52 is her earned run average. There's a fly ball out to center field. That's going to be caught here. So Bauer is retired to the play. That's the second out of the inning. Madison Bauer flies out to a center field here for Freeman. Ball caught out there by Kaylee Bowe for the second out. Audrey Rosso is going to come to the plate next. 2-0 is the score. Hastings St. Cecilia's got the lead here. Opening round game in Class C of the state tournament. Rosso at the plate here. The pitch to her is going to be fouled away. Rosso with a base on balls back there in inning number 5. Rosso starts today with a batting average of .315. 25 base hits and 73 trips to the plate. 5 runs scored. Next pitch by Leonard is going to be up high for a ball. 1-1. There's the count here. Salvage will follow her. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. It's on the way. That's going to be up high for another ball. 2-1 is the count down to Audrey Rosso, the pitcher here for St. Cecilia, batting here from the right-hand side. Hawkettes with runners on at first and second base here in the third inning. Next pitch to Rosso is going to be outside for a ball. Now it's 3 balls to 1 strike. 3-1 to count here to the number 5 hitter in the batting order, in Audrey Rosso. Home plate umpire coming back to grabbing some fresh softballs here behind the plate. Now we're ready to go. 3-1 to count with 2 outs here in the third. Leonard winds and delivers. A pitch to the plate is going to be up high for a ball. Base on balls. Walk number 3 in the ball game for Leonard. Now the bases are loaded here for St. Cecilia. Bases loaded here for the number 6 hitter in the batting order. Now we're going to have a courtesy runner over there at first base again for your pitcher. Ellen Mostalik is going to come out there and run at first base for St. Cecilia for the pitcher, Audrey Rosso. So Mostalik is now on at first base. Sydney Head is on at second base. Avery Kissinger is on at third. St. Cecilia already leading in the ball game by a score of 2-0. Salvage to the plate now for St. Cecilia. She had a single her last time up there. Hits that ball out to left field. Coming on, well, it's going to be caught there by the shortstop drifting back. He makes the catch. Taylon Lang drifts back and makes the catch. So Salvage is going to fly out to short to end the third inning of play. So St. Cecilia threatens, but they come up empty. No runs for St. Cecilia. No runs on a base hit. No errors and 3 runners left on base. We go to the top of the fourth inning. The score is St. Cecilia 2 and Freeman nothing. You're listening to the State Softball Championships on Extreme Sports.
When it comes to helping you protect what's important to you, you can trust the licensed independent insurance agents at Klein Insurance of Hastings. No matter what type of insurance you need, from auto to home to farm and crop, Klein Insurance will get it covered. They'll help you find the right policy for your specific situation. Klein Insurance has been in business since 1959 and is locally owned. Same-day quotes are available. At Klein Insurance, you'll get years of expertise, attention to detail, and exceptional customer service. Klein Insurance, 710 South Burlington in Hastings. Call 402-463-1256.
Extreme Sports. the ultimate destination for sports enthusiasts.
This is the greatest record in the history of sports.
Broadcasting live 24/7.
Just have some fun out here, and enjoy the journey of all this. We're trying to get 16 wins and going after a gold trophy.
We give the people what they want.
And I am a huge sports fan. I love...
All right, we're back here. Freeman up to the plate here in the fourth inning. There's a slow roller out the head at shortstop, and she makes the play over to first base. Bradley Krause was at the plate there. She's got a little piece of that one, a slow roller out to a Sydney Head at the shortstop, who gets it over to Kissinger to record the out at first base. So 1 out now for Freeman here in the fourth inning. St. Cecilia has got a 2-0 lead over Freeman here in this opening round game. Sydney Lenners is going to come to the plate next, and she hits that ball to head at shortstop. She gobbles it up again, throws it over to first base. She's like a vacuum sweeper, gobbles up everything that comes to her, and she's 2 for 2 here in this inning. As Lenners is thrown out over there at first base. Now Taylin Lang is going to come to the plate next. She's the shortstop for Freeman. Lang had a single back there in the second inning of play. Lang, with a batting average on the year, is sitting at .350. Freeman so far with only one base hit here in the ballgame. There's one hit to third base. It's picked up. They throw it to first base. That's going to be in time. So the third baseman, Madison Bauer, and the Sydney Head make the plays on all three balls here in the fourth inning, as Lang is retired to the plate at first base. Freeman goes down in order here in the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning. St. Cecilia 2, Freeman nothing. You're listening to the state softball tournament on Extreme Sports.
If you're planning to build a new home or add an addition to your existing one, trust the experts at Gangwish Construction. From general contracting, basement pouring, to bathroom remodeling, concrete work, and deck building, they handle it all with precision and care. They take pride in doing the job right the first time, every time. Contact Jeff today at 402-460-0013 and experience quality craftsmanship with Gangwish Construction.
Bored of the same old sports coverage? Get on the cutting edge of sports with Extreme Sports.
That ball hammered deep toward left into the well. That ball is gone!
The biggest plays, breaking news, and we can't forget the best sports talk.
Let's be great! Let's be great!
We are Extreme Sports.
Back here at the state tournament in Hastings at the Smith Complex, 2-0 is the score. Hastings St. Cecilia has got the lead. The Hawkettes will have 7, 8, and 9 in the batting order coming up here in the fourth inning. Magners, Hawkinson, and Kissinger to face Lenners, the pitcher here for Freeman, as the Falcons try to pull the upset here in the opening round of the state tournament in Class C. St. Cecilia, the number 1 seed. Freeman, the number 8 seed coming in here. First pitch there to Magners is going to be up high for a ball. Next one is going to be outside. Hastings High losing earlier today to Beatrice. The score 12-5. So the Tigers will play in the elimination game tomorrow morning. That's at 9 o'clock. A game you'll be able to hear right here on Extreme Sports. Next pitch is going to be inside as Magners skips away from that one. And the count sitting at 3 balls and 1 strike. Other games going on in Class C in this time slot. Kearney Catholic is leading Central City 8-5. Utan Meade leading Centura 3-1. Bishop Newman is trailing NEN 3-0. And St. Cecilia with a 2-0 lead here over Freeman. There's the ball hit the right center of the field. That's going to be a home run. Paisley Magners bangs one out of here in the right center field as she gets a hold of that one. And no doubt from the crack of the bat here in the fourth inning, Magners is going to homer over the fence out in right center field, and that gives Hastings St. Cecilia now a 3-0 advantage over Freeman. For St. Cecilia, that's only their 4th base hit of the ball game, but that was a big one. A home run over the fence out in right center field. So St. Cecilia now with the lead here in this ball game by a score of 3-0. As Tatum Hawkinson is scheduled up there next. And now we see the head coach for Freeman back out in the pitcher's circle. That's Ashley Schlake to talk with her pitcher. So 3-0 is the score. Now St. Cecilia has got the lead. If the Hawkettes win, we'll play another game later on tonight. It'll be a late one, probably 8:30, 9 o'clock. A win here, they would play the winner of the UTAN Meade Centura game in the winners bracket coming up later on. Now we're going to have a pitching change coming up here for Freeman in the fourth inning. So we got a pitching change for the Falcons. We'll come right back. St. Cecilia with the lead. It's the Hawkettes 3, the Falcons nothing. You're listening to the state tournament on Extreme Sports.
Hi, I'm Mitch Stelling from Stelling Law Firm in Grand Island. The lawyers of Stelling Law Firm have over 90 years of combined legal experience. Our firm specializes in family law, personal injury, probate and estate planning, as well as real estate and corporate law. Stelling Law Firm believes in getting to know our clients and finding the best way to serve you. Call us today at 308-675-4035 to schedule your appointment. Stelling Law Firm is ready to work for you. Let us be your voice.
This is Patrick Mahomes. You are listening to Extreme Sports.
St. Cecilia is out on top here in this ball game by a score of 3-0 on the home run by Paisley Magners. Tatum Hawkinson is just trying to bunt her way on. She's thrown out by the catcher in Griffith. And now Emerson Kissinger is coming to the plate next. Kissinger hit into a double play back there in the second inning. There's a ball hit to third, mishandled down there, picked up by the shortstop to throw over to first is not going to be in time. So Kissinger has got to get a board out of the air. The ball is hit right to the third baseman in Krause. She mishandles the ball. It was picked up by the shortstop out there in Leonard's. Who really didn't have a prayer getting it over to first base. So it's going to be an error chalked up on Freeman. Emerson Kissinger is going to get a board. St. Cecilia with a base runner. And now Kylie Widener is going to come to the plate next. Widener is 0 for 2 so far here in this ball game. He takes a look at that pitch there. He's going to miss. 1-0 the count. Widener reached on an error in the first inning, and it was caught stealing second base. She grounded out to first base in inning number 3. So she's 0 for 2 in this ball game as a pitch comes in, and the ball is going to be hit to first base, foul territory. Widener with a .474 batting average to start today. Hastings High losing to Beatrice earlier today, 12-5 in Class B. Hastings will play at 9 tomorrow morning in the elimination ball game against Waverly. That's the team who beat Hastings High twice to end the season in the district finals.
This sound is processed by StereoTool. Go to stereotool.com.
So they're 0-3 against the Waverly this year. They'll play with their season on the line tomorrow morning at 9. We'll have the game here on Extreme Sports beginning at about 8:50 tomorrow morning. The count here to Widener is going to be sitting at 2 balls and 1 strike. Kissinger is down there at first base for St. Cecilia. The next pitch, it misses. And the count 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 the count here to the number 1 hitter in the batting order, Kyler Widener. We're in St. Cecilia. Avery Kissinger would be next. 3 balls and 1 strike. The next pitch is going to miss at a base on balls, and St. Cecilia has now got a couple of base runners. Widener moves down to first base on the play. Kissinger is on at second base. Now coming up there for the Hawkettes is going to be Avery Kissinger. Avery Kissinger, she is 0 for 1 in this ball game. Flew out to the first baseman and walked so far. She pops this one up a mile high. Stays there in the infield. Going to be caught here over at first base. Caught at first base by Niles. So Kissinger goes down. That's going to be the second out of the inning. Coming up there next for St. Cecilia is going to be Sydney Head. Head popped one to the second baseman in inning number 1. She had a single in the third, so she's 1 for 2 in this ball game. Head, a sophomore, .449 batting average on this season for Sydney Head. Takes a strike here, no balls and 1 strike. We're in the 4th inning of play. This is the bottom of the 4th. This one's scheduled for 7 here today. Next pitch is going to be down low for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Head. Madison Bauer would be next here for the Hawkettes. St. Cecilia with base runners out at first and second base. Next pitch is going to miss outside and low. 2 balls and 1 strike. In Hastings College volleyball tonight on Extreme Sports 2. The Broncos playing second-ranked Concordia tonight. That's Lynn Farrell Arena. Coverage begins at 7:15 tonight on Extreme Sports 2 with Tyson Evronic. Head fouls away the next pitch by the third baseman in foul territory. They count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 the count here to Sydney Head. There's the ball. It's going to be hit out towards center field. And it's not going to carry, and it's going to be caught out there with a third out. Wind blowing in here tonight on this field. Hallie Bowe got under it and made the catch there. As a Sydney Head is going to fly out to center field. But St. Cecilia, they score a run here in this 4th inning. A run on the solo home run by Paisley Magners. 1 run on 1 base hit. 1 error on the Freeman. 2 runners left on base. We go to the 5th inning of play. The score is St. Cecilia 3, Freeman nothing. You're listening to the state tournament on Extreme Sports.
5 Points Bank has been your hometown bank for over 40 years, and now you can take us wherever you go. Mobile Deposit allows you to deposit checks from your smartphone or tablet with our free business banking app. And never pay for an ATM charge again with our MoneyPass app. It maps out ATMs near you that won't charge a fee because of its partnership with 5 Points Bank. We're here to serve you in person and online, and that's why we're the better bank.
Keep it here on Extreme Sports.
Hits it to right field. Brennan is back. He's at the wall, and we are tied.
Your all-access pass to nonstop sports talk and live play-by-play coverage.
You guys are the number 1 sports station because you make the phones light up.
Mike Will back here at the state softball tournament at the Smith Complex. 3-0 to score. St. Cecilia with a lead. Leighton Luners is at the plate here for Freeman. It's that ball right back to the mound, or right back to the center circle where Audrey Rosso grabs it and she retires Looters over there at first base. So an easy out. The ball hit right back to the pitcher in the circle. Rosso gets it over to Kissinger at first base to record the outs. And now Niles coming up there next. She is the first baseman. She flew out to right field her first time up there. Right-handed hitter here for the Freeman Falcons. There's one hit right to Bauer at third. Her play across the diamond is going to be in time. So on one pitch, Niles is retiring to the play from third to first. Jaden Griffith is the catcher. She's due up there next year for Freeman. Freeman has got only one base hit so far in this ball game. That was back in the second inning by Taylon Lang. Griffith coming up there now here in the fifth inning with 2 outs. Pitch is going to be outside for a ball, 1-0. There's a count here to Jaden Griffith. Courtney Holiday would be next here for Freeman. Audrey Rosso has went all the way in the circle here for St. Cecilia. There's a ball hit off of the glove of Rosso. Picked up a second to throw over to first base. Is going to be in time. Great play there by the second baseman for St. Cecilia, Avery Kissinger, coming in to nab the ball, which was off of the glove of the pitcher, Audrey Rosso. Avery comes in, grabs it, and quickly gets it over to first base to record the outs. So Freeman, for the third straight inning, goes down in order here in the fifth. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning with a score, St. Cecilia 3, Freeman nothing. You're listening to the state softball tournament on Extreme Sports.
Sundays are meant for relaxation and indulgence, and there is no better place to do it than at Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill in Hastings. Enjoy the Sunday brunch buffet from 10 to 2, where you will find an irresistible spread of breakfast favorites that will make your taste buds dance. Choose from fluffy pancakes to sizzling bacon, fresh fruits, and so much more. It is all you can eat and all you could ever want. Make your Sundays special with the brunch buffet at Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd in Hastings, right across the street from the water park. It is the perfect way to unwind and savor the flavors of the weekend.
Keep it here on Extreme Sports.
Hits it to right field. Brennan is back. He's at the wall, and we are tied.
Your all-access pass to nonstop sports talk and live play-by-play coverage.
You guys are the number one sports station because you make the phones light up.
Mike Will back here at the State High School Softball Championships at the Smith Complex. 3-0 to score. Hastings St. Cecilia has got the lead. Hawkettes batting here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. This one's scheduled for 7 here tonight. Madison Bauer, Audrey Rosso, Joanna Selvage coming up here for the Hawkettes. Ground ball left side. That sneaks through there for a base hit into a left field. So Bauer is going to get aboard here for St. Cecilia. Her first base hit of the ball game. Audrey Rosso is going to come up there next. Ball hit right in between the shortstop in Lenners and also the third baseman over there for the Freeman Falcons. That was Kraus. So Bauer finds the donut hole in the defense, so to speak here. Hits that one to left field. St. Cecilia with a base runner. The Hawkettes are already out on top of this ball game by the score of 3-0. Audrey Rosso is at the plate here for St. Cecilia. She has walked twice in the ball game. Rosso coming up here in the fifth inning. There's a pitch that's going to be in there for a strike. The count 1-1 strike now to Rosso for St. Cecilia. 315 is her batting average for the season. Jumps in there from the right-hand side. Lang is the pitcher for Freeman on in relief of the starter in Lenners, who lasted until the beginning of the fourth inning. Next pitch to Rosso is going to be inside. 2-1 strike now. Lang fires another one to the plate. That ball is going to be hit out to right field. That's going to be grabbed out there by the right fielder for Freeman. So Rosso is going to fly out to right field. That's going to be Muller. She could have been in quicksand out there. Ball was hit right to her in the right field. And now Joanna Salvage is going to come to the plate next for St. Cecilia. She had a single in the second inning, and she popped one to the shortstop in inning number 3. So she's 1 for 2 here tonight. 3-0 is the score. St. Cecilia's got the lead, and now we're going to have a pinch hitter coming up here, Jordan Luther. Jordan Luther is going to come up and hit here in the 5th inning. She's a right-handed hitter for St. Cecilia, 308. Her batting average on the year. She is 4 out of 13. She has scored 18 runs, been used basically as a courtesy runner this year, but now head coach Matt Rosso is going to give her an at-bat. 4 out of 13 from the plate this year, 308 is her batting average. She comes up here in the number 6 hole for St. Cecilia with the Hawkettes out on top of this ball game by a score of 3-0. There's a ball hit by Luther that's going to be out of play. First base side. No balls and 2 strikes here to Luther. Paisley Magners would be next for St. Cecilia. She's swinging the bat in the on-deck circle down here for the Hawkettes. 0-2 to Luther. There's a ball hit out toward the center field as she drills out into the fence at the bottom of the fence. Heading to a second base on the play is going to be Bauer. Luther is going to pull up at second base. A stand-up double there by Luther. Jordan Luther comes on and hits that one right to the fence out in center field. So St. Cecilia now with runners on at second and third base here in the 5th inning. 1 person out in the 5th. Paisley Magners now coming to the plate next. He had the solo homer in the last at-bat back in the 4th inning. Had a 2-run single in the second, so she is 2 for 2 in this ball game. St. Cecilia with runners on at second and third base looking to add to their lead here in this 5th inning. St. Cecilia, the top-seeded team here in Class C with a 3-0 advantage. And earlier this afternoon, ball game just completed. Beatrice beat Hastings High by a score of 12-5 in their opening round game. So Hastings High will play again tomorrow morning at 9 against Waverly. We'll have the game for you here on Extreme Sports.
From the tournament director that all the games in the next round, those would be quarterfinals for classes A and B, will be on their regularly scheduled field. And then when we get up to what should have been the 7:30 games, those 2 games will go on the first available fields.
All right, so they continue to make changes in the schedule as we roll on the fly here tonight. We got started with a 2.5-hour rain and a lightning delay in the Class A games. That was the first set of games today. So we've been chasing the time most of the day here today, so we're trying to make as many changes in the schedule as possible to make up for the late schedule here. So here's the ball. It's going to get by the catcher. Now we got runners all over the place. There's a runner between second and third. St. Cecilia going to try to sneak one home now. Here comes the throw, and then it's going to be out at third base or at home. The ball got by the catcher for Freeman. Bauer tried to come in from a third base, but then changed their mind, went back to third. But Luther was already about 3/4 of the way to third base. So she scampers back to the bag at second base. Bauer is going to be thrown out here at the plate attempting to score. Magners has a count of 3 balls and 1 strike here at the plate. So now there's 2 outs in the 5th inning. So a base stealing or a base running problem there for St. Cecilia results in an out. Magners now swings and misses. So if St. Cecilia wins this game, they'll play again later on tonight. And again, the game time will be determined. You'll have to stay with us. We'll announce a a game time on our social media sites if you want to follow St. Cecilia on into the evening tonight. There's a ball hit to right field. It's going to be caught and the inning is over. Paisley Magnus flies out to right field, but what looked like a promising inning there for St. Cecilia is zeroed out here by a base running problem. And St. Cecilia is kept off of the board here in the fifth. They scored no runs on a couple of base hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. We go to the sixth inning of play. The score, it's Hastings St. Cecilia 3, Freeman nothing. You're listening to the high school softball tournament on Extreme Sports.
Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab, 207 South Burlington, is the place for all your rehabilitation needs. PTSR offers a wide variety of services, including orthopedic, neurological, and sports injury rehabilitation. A certified hand specialist is available for the more delicate upper extremity injuries. Warm, aquatic therapy, and balance training is also available. PTSR has a strong industrial services division providing physical and functional capacity testing, as well as drug and alcohol screening. Please visit our website, ptsrhastings.com.
Bored of the same old sports coverage? Get on the cutting edge of sports with Extreme Sports.
That ball hammered deep toward left into the well. That ball is gone.
The biggest plays, breaking news, and we can't forget the best sports talk.
Let's be great. Let's be great.
We are Extreme Sports.
All right, back here at the Schmidt Complex, St. Cecilia continues to lead the Freeman Falcons. In this ball game, it's 3-0. We go to the sixth inning of play. This one's scheduled for 7. A rapidly moving encounter here tonight between Freeman and St. Cecilia. The Falcons have got only one base hit in the ball game. St. Cecilia, they've got 6 base hits, including the home run by Paisley Magnus. So St. Cecilia holding on to a 3-0 lead here in the opener. There's a ball hit to Sydney Hatter. Throw to first base is going to be in time again. Courtney Holliday is thrown out of the play from short to first. Coming up there next is going to be Hunter Hayner. Boy, Freeman. St. Cecilia's done a great job on defense. That's 13 batters in a row that have been retired by St. Cecilia and their pitcher, Audrey Rosso. 13 batters in a row have gone down here against the Hawkettes in this ball game. Now Hayner is going to come up there next. She's a left-handed hitter. She's 0 for 2 so far in this ball game. She's grounded out twice to the shortstop for St. Cecilia. So she's 0 for 2 here, and she takes a pitch outside for a ball here, 1-0. Next pitch is going to be inside, 2-0 the count. So Hayner started the day. A batting average here for Freeman of .387. 0 for 2 so far in this ball game. Here comes the pitch by Rosso. There's a ball hit to left field. That's going to be a base hit. So after 13 straight batters going down, Hunter Hayner finally gets a base hit to left field. That's going to be the second hit of the ball game now for Freeman in this ball game. And Kaylee Bowe is going to come to the plate next. Kaylee Bowe with a .298 batting average on the season. Tell you what, Freeman's still in this ball game here in the sixth inning. They're trailing by a score of 3-0. St. Cecilia, the top seeded team here in the Class C for the 2025 tournament. Pitch here by Rosso is going to be down low for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Bradley Krause would be next here for the Falcons. Rosso, the pitcher here for St. Cecilia. There's the ball hit. Oh, it's grabbed there at third base, and they double up the base runner at first. A nice grab there at third base by Madison Bauer. Snags it, goes back across to first base and catches the double play on Hunter Hayner. So a great play there at third base by Madison Bauer. Snags the ball out of the air and quickly gets it over to Kissinger at first base to double up Hunter Hayner. So they turn the double play. Freeman, they score no runs on one base hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. The score, St. Cecilia 3, Freeman nothing. You're listening to the state softball tournament on Extreme Sports.
Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill has been serving Hastings and the surrounding area for more than 25 years. And it is more than just another bar and grill. It is a Hastings institution. Do not miss Tijuana Tuesday, an all-you-can-eat taco and nacho buffet. Every Wednesday night is Wing Night, featuring legendary wings that are crispy, saucy, and downright delicious. Stop back on Thursday for roasted chicken, on Friday for the prime rib and seafood buffet, and on Saturday for Bullseye's world-famous prime rib. On Sundays, enjoy the brunch buffet from 10 until 2. For over a quarter of a century, Bullseye's has been your go-to spot for good times, great food, and unforgettable memories. Find Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd in Hastings, right across the street from the water park.
All right, St. Cecilia batting here in the bottom of the sixth. Hawkinson hits the second base. The throw over to first is going to be wide of the target. Hawkinson on his way to second base. The throw down there, and she is retired at second base. Tatum Hawkinson hits it right to second base. The second baseman for Freeman snags the ball. That's Courtney Holliday. Her throw over to first base was wide of the target. Hawkinson takes off for second base, and they retire her. She slides in at second base. So there's one out here in the bottom of the sixth inning for St. Cecilia. Emerson Kissinger is going to come up to the plate next for the Hawkettes. And now I think we're going to have a pinch hitter coming up here. Faith Kuchera is going to come out and bat here in the sixth inning. So Kuchera will bat here in the sixth. Faith Kuchera, a junior, batting average on the year at .308, 12 base hits and 39 trips to the plate. So Kuchera will come to the plate here in the sixth inning. St. Cecilia has got the lead over Freeman. The score is 3-0. If the Hawkettes win, they will play again tonight. Again, the game time will be determined later on, probably somewhere around 9 o'clock or so will be the game time, as St. Cecilia will be involved in the winner's bracket ball game. We're running about 3.5 hours behind because of the rain delay we had earlier, so we're still chasing time here. St. Cecilia wins this ball game. They will play either Centura or Utan Meade in the next round.
NEN 3.
So this is Kuchera at the plate here for St. Cecilia. Now Utan Meade has won their ball game.
And we have another final score.
Over Centura, 3-1.
City 6.
There's a pitch to the plate that's going to be in there for a strike. So Utan Meade beats Centura 3-1. Kearney Catholic has won their game today over Central City. The score 15-6. St. Cecilia leading here at 3-0. There's the ball hit to center field. That's going to be a base hit. Bishop Newman has got the lead over NEN. It is 4-3. So a base hit here for Kuchera to center. She is aboard at first base, and now we're going to see Kylie Wagner coming up there next. So Utan Meade will play the winner of this ball game coming up later on tonight. Centura will play in the elimination ball game tomorrow. Kearney Catholic moves on. They'll play in a winner's bracket game later on tonight. Central City will play in the elimination ball game tomorrow at 11:30. It's a 3-0 ball game here. Facing St. Cecilia with a lead, and now I think we're going to have a pitching change coming up here for Freeman. So they'll make their second pitching change here in this ball game. We will come back here shortly. St. Cecilia with the lead. Hawkettes 3, Falcons nothing. You're listening to the state tournament on Extreme Sports.
Hi, this is Terry Anstein, President, 5 Points Bank of Hastings. On behalf of our shareholders, directors, and staff, I would like to thank all of our great customers for helping us become the fastest growing bank in Hastings. I would also like to invite everyone in the Hastings area to stop in and visit with one of our bankers and learn how we can be your bank for the long run. Locally owned, locally managed, 5 Points Bank, the better bank. Member FDIC.
Keep it here on Extreme Sports.
Hits it to right field. Brennan is back. He's at the wall, and we are tied.
Your all-access pass to nonstop sports talk and live play-by-play coverage.
You guys are the number one sports station because you make the phones light up.
So the new pitcher is going to be the old pitcher for Freeman. As Sydney Leonard comes back in to throw for Freeman with 1 out here in the 6th inning. She started the ball game for Freeman, got to inning number 4. She threw the first 3 innings, and then she was replaced by Taylon Lang. Lang threw the 4th and the 5th and into the 6th inning, and now Leonard is back in the circle here for Freeman. There's Kylie Widener at the plate here. St. Cecilia's got 1 out. We're in the 6th inning of play. Hawkettes have got the lead 3-0 over Freeman here in the opening round game of the Class C state tournament. Widener will poke this ball foul on the third base side. So again, waiting in the next round for St. Cecilia will be UTAN Meade. The winner of this game will play UTAN Meade later on tonight. We'll have the game for you here on Extreme Sports. Grab your coffee. It's going to be a late night here for the first day of the state tournament. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. College volleyball getting ready to go over at Lynn Farrell Arena tonight. Second-ranked Concordia and Hastings. First serve at 7:30 on the air on Extreme Sports 2. Beginning at 7:15 tonight with the pregame show with Tyson Urbanic. There's the next pitch hit toward left field. That's going to be in foul territory. Down 3 balls and 2 strikes. So volleyball coming up. We'll still have some softball action for you later on tonight here on Extreme Sports 1. Hastings High playing tomorrow morning at 9. We'll have that one for you as well. A busy week here at the State High School Softball Championships with both Hastings High and St. Cecilia playing. There's a swing and a miss there, and Widener goes down. Strikeout here for Leonard. That's going to be the first strikeout for Leonard. She didn't strike out anybody in the first 3. So she records her first strikeout here in the 6th as she's back into the circle. There's Avery Kissinger at the plate now for St. Cecilia. Number 2 in the batting order. Pitch to her is going to be inside for a ball, 1-0. Avery Kissinger popped one to the first baseman in inning number 1. Base on balls in the 3rd. Again hit one to the first baseman in inning number 4. So she is 0 for 2 in this ball game. There's a pitch that's going to be in there for a strike. 1-1. Avery Kissinger, a .370 hitter on the season. 30 base hits, 81 trips to the plate, 32 runs scored for Avery Kissinger. Next pitch is going to be inside for another ball. 2-1 is the count. Sydney Head would be next for St. Cecilia. We're batting in the bottom of the 6th. St. Cecilia with a lead over Freeman. The score is 3-0. Here comes the next one. It's going to be hit out toward right field, and it's going to be caught out there. So as St. Cecilia is done in the 6th inning as Avery Kissinger flies out to right field. The Hawkettes, they score no runs here in the 6th inning. No runs on 1 base hit, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. We go to the 7th inning of play. The score, it is St. Cecilia 3, Freeman nothing. You're listening to the state softball tournament on Extreme Sports.
Did you know that one of the most important financial protections that you can provide for your family is to have a will? Stellick Law Firm in Grand Island can help you provide and make your last wishes known when your family is at its most vulnerable time. Call Stellick Law Firm today to get your estate plan completed. Stellick Law Firm is located in Grand Island, and you may call us at 308-675-4035 to get your estate plan started today. Stellick Law Firm. Let us be your voice.
This is Patrick Mahomes, and you are listening to Extreme Sports.
All right, Mike Will back here at the state softball tournament in Hastings as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Last chance here for the Freeman Falcons here in this one. Bradley Krause is going to come to the plate here to lead things up 3, 4, and 5 in the batting order for Freeman here in the 7th inning. They need 3 runs to continue this ball game. They're trailing 3-0 to St. Cecilia, the number 1 seed here in Class C.
Thanks to Nebraska State.
Krause has walked so far in the ball game, and she has grounded out once.
Medical care to our athletes at today's
Here comes the pitch to the plate. It's going to be outside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. And St. Cecilia leading here 3-0. Hastings High lost earlier today to Beatrice by the score of 12-5. There's the ball. It's going to be hit out to right field. Back. And it's going to be over the head of the right fielder for St. Cecilia. On the way to second base, Krause is going to be in there with a stand-up double. So Krause gets aboard with a double to right field here. Hit that ball well out there to right field. That was Joanna Salvage that was out there. They couldn't come up with a ball there for St. Cecilia. So now we've got Sydney Lenners coming to the plate next for the Falcons. She is 0 for 2 in the ball game. She's been the pitcher. She's been at shortstop, and she's been the pitcher again. Now coming up here looking for a base hit to try to give the Falcons a little hope here in the top of the 7th inning. 3-0 is the score. St. Cecilia's got the lead. Lenners, star of the day, with a batting average of .350 on the season. And now we're going to have a courtesy runner and come out and run at second base. This is going to be Brecken Luters, a freshman, as they come out here and run at second. Again, there's nobody out here for the Falcons in the top half of the 7th inning. Hastings St. Cecilia has got the lead over Freeman by the score of 3-0, but the Falcons not done yet. They put their leadoff man on here in the 7th inning. There's a pitch outside. It's a swing and a foul tap back to the backstop. Runner was taking off, heading for a third base, but Luters will go back to second base as the ball was tipped there by Sydney Lenners. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Lenners. A pitch there by Rosso again is hit to right field. That time it's going to be caught. The runner stays put at second base. So Lenners is going to fly out to right field for the first out here in the 7th inning. Taylin Lang is coming up there next. Lang has been the pitcher. She's been the shortstop. And now after all the changes, Lang is back at shortstop here late in the ball game. But right now she comes to the plate looking to bring home the first run of the ball game here for Freeman here in the top half of the 7th inning. Pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Lang, a right-handed hitter here for the Falcons. Lang is stepping in there. And her pitch here, swing is going to be a foul tap. So Lang started the day with a batting average of .350. And she's 1 for 2 in this ball game. Had a single back there in the second inning of play. Base runner is down there at the second base for Freeman. Next pitch is going to be inside for a ball. A throw down to second base. The shortstop, Sydney Head, not in time. Back in there for Freeman was Brecken Luters.
Now leads in the end 5-3.
3-0 to score here. St. Cecilia leading Freeman. There's a pitch that hits out in front of the plate there by Rosso of St. Cecilia. They count 3 balls and 1 strike. So 3-1 to count. If Lang can get aboard, the potential tying run would come to the plate here for Freeman in the top half of the 7th. That pitch is going to be up high for a ball. Lang gets a walk. Runners on at first and second base now for Freeman. So Audrey Rosso, she walked a batter in the first inning. This is her second walk of the ball game given up here. And now coming out is going to be Matt Rosso. He'll talk with his infield and his pitcher out there, and Audrey Rosso. As Leighton Luters is going to come to the plate next. At least she's scheduled up there, and here she comes. Leighton Luters laid down a sacrifice in the second inning. Grounded back to the pitcher in inning number 5. So she's officially 0 for 1 in this ball game. Luters has a batting average of .353 on the season, 30 base hits, 85 trips to the plate. So Freeman has got 1 out here in the top half of the 7th. Luters represents the tying run now coming to the plate here. Runners are on at first and second base for the Falcons. And the pitch by Rosso is going to be outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Niles would be next for Freeman. Looking to continue this ball game here. Opening round game in Class C of the state tournament. Next pitch is going to be in there for a strike. About letter high in the inside corner. And the count now 1 ball and 1 strike. So we got Lang down there at first base. We got a base runner and Luters down there at second base. Here comes the pitch to the plate. That's going to be down low for another ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. Brecken Luters is your base runner down there at second. Lang is on at first base for Freeman. Leighton Luters is at the plate. Here's a ball hit out the shallow left field as we caught back there by Head. The shortstop, as she backs up and grabs the ball, actually stays in the infield. I thought that was going to travel a little further out to the outfield, but with the wind blowing in, it stays in the infield, and Luters is going to pop one to the shortstop and Sydney Head. So now Freeman is down to their final out here in the top of the 7th inning. Niles will come to the plate next. She is 0 for 2 in this ball game. Freeman has got base runners on at first and second base, looking to continue this ball game. There's a pitch by Rosso that's going to hit the outside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. St. Cecilia looking for their 26th win of the season here in this ball game. Looking for a spot in the winner's bracket coming up here later on tonight. Next pitch is going to be fouled away. Back to the screen. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes. So we're down to the final strike now for Freeman. Here in the top half of the 7th inning. St. Cecilia continues to lead 3-0 in this ball game. Hawkette scoring 2 runs in the second inning, getting a solo home run from Paisley Magners in the 4th. That's all they needed. There's the ball that's going to be popped up. It's going to come over to the first base side. It gets out of play over toward the dugout for Freeman. No balls and 2 strikes here to Niles batting here in the top half of the 7th inning. She represents the tying run here. Base runners are on at first and second base, but now the count to Niles is sitting at no balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch by Rosso. That ball is going to be popped up. It's going to be caught by Kissinger at second base, and the ball game is over. Niles pops one to the second baseman for St. Cecilia, and Avery Kissinger, and the ball game is over as Hastings St. Cecilia beats Freeman here in the opening round game of the Class C state tournament. Final score, Freeman loses to St. Cecilia. Hawkettes 3, Falcons nothing. Back with the final totals after this. You're listening to the state tournament on Extreme Sports.
Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab, 207 South Burlington, is the place for all your rehabilitation needs. PTSR offers a wide variety of services, including orthopedic, neurological, and sports injury rehabilitation. A certified hand specialist is available for the more delicate upper extremity injuries. Warm, aquatic therapy, and balance training is also available. PTSR has a strong industrial services division, providing physical and functional capacity testing, as well as drug and alcohol screening. Please visit our website, ptsrhastings.com.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
If you're looking for auto glass work, call Auto Glass Experts of Hastings. They can fix your glass in just about anything from your car or pickup to heavy-duty repairs on your truck or farm equipment, tractors, loaders, graders, or semi-trucks. No other glass repair and replacement business comes close to the high standards of quality and customer service you'll find with the Auto Glass Experts. If you've just got a little ding in your windshield, they offer rock chip repair. Give them a call today at 402-463-0025 or stop in and see them at 405 West J Street in Hastings.
TLC Vet Care is pleased to serve Hastings and the surrounding area. The goal at TLC Vet Care is to provide you and your pets with the best veterinary experience possible. Everything from dentistry to surgery. They can also do x-rays, microchipping, vaccinations, wellness checks, nutritional counseling, behavior management, parasite prevention, spay, and neuter. Let Dr. Tammy Craig and Dr. Catherine Caston take care of your pets. Give them a call at 402-463-2899 or stop in to see them at 512 Eastside Boulevard in Hastings. We are here for you and your pet. TLC Vet Care of Hastings.
At Bosselman Energy Companies, we take pride in being a trusted partner to our customers, a strong presence in the communities we serve, and a family business that truly cares. Founded in Grand Island in 1948, Bosselman Energy has grown into a diverse group of companies with locations across the Midwest. We supply local communities with essential petroleum products that fuel farms, power industries, and heat homes. With over 70 years of industry experience, Bosselman Energy remains committed to the principles that have guided us from the beginning, ensuring our continued success for generations to come.
All right, Hastings St. Cecilia wins the opening round game here in Class C as they knock off Freeman. Final score of 3-0. So St. Cecilia will move on. Hawkins will play later on tonight against UTAN Meade. I wish I could give you a game time. I cannot. It'll be on the first available field that we have here. So the next game out will be the St. Cecilia UTAN Meade game. Give us a couple of hours, I would say somewhere in the 8:30 maybe time slot. 8:30 will be a good time to shoot for, as a Hastings St. Cecilia will play another game tonight. We'll have it for you here on Extreme Sports. And in the other games, Bishop Newman has got the lead over NEN 5-3. Kearney Catholic beats Central City 15-6. UTAN Meade over Centura 3-1. St. Cecilia winning over Freeman 3-0. St. Cecilia 3 runs, 7 hits. They leave 8 in the ball game today. Freeman with no runs, 3 hits, and they leave 6. So Freeman 23-13 in the season. They'll play the elimination ball game tomorrow morning at 11:30. Meanwhile, St. Cecilia, they'll improve improved to 26-6. They'll play Yutan Meade coming up later on tonight. We'll have it for you. Just stay with us here on Extreme Sports. We'll have the second game for St. Cecilia coming up here in about an hour and a half, 2 hours from right now. We've got college volleyball coming up tonight at 7:30. Hastings taking on Concordia from Lynn Farrell Arena. Tyson Urbanic will have the coverage for you. The Broncos take on the second-ranked team in the nation tonight, Concordia. Pre-game show begins at about 7:15 tonight on Extreme Sports 2. In Hastings High, they lost the first ball game today, losing to Beatrice 12-5. St. Cecilia wins in the second ball game 3-0. We've got one more yet to go here on Extreme Sports, so stay with us. I'm Mike Will, wishing you a very pleasant good evening from the Smith Complex.
You have been listening to an exclusive presentation by Extreme Sports. If you missed portions of today's game, you can download our podcast on x-streamsports.com.